Hello, everyone, and welcome back to That's It. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. As you all know, that I've been following the case of Sudishka and been reporting what's been out there and been talking about her case and her situation and her disappearance. And I've been on the internet nonstop, and I have not found anything, no updates, nothing the latest of any information about her disappearance, except for the month of March when she was missing on March 6th. I went to the Dominican news internet online, nothing, crickets, not even a one word, not even an update or anything about her situation or any leads of finding her, where would she be, none of that stuff. And I'm very, very disappointed and disgusted of the authorities in the Dominican Republic because they even said in many articles that this case is still open and it's still ongoing investigation and that they will continue to follow up. They will not declare her dead because I believe that Dominican Republic you have to consider dead like 4 years. And but they say all these things, but they're not doing anything. It's like there's no action, there's no motion in regards of finding her and finding out any clues of what happened to her on that day when she disappeared. And it's just utterly disgusting. Like they don't care. It's like they're saying to themselves, oh, another American girl went on spring break with her girlfriends, got drunk at a bar, met a strange college student, went to the beach, hooked up, and then she drowned. When they have no evidence or no claim that she drowned. The only thing that they can say that they found her some of her belongings at the beach, her one of her sandals and her bathing suit cover on a beach chair. But there was no foul play. So they just assumed that she drowned, even though her body still have not surfaced from that ocean. And it's like case closed. They got paid off, they got bought off, and they say, well, not my problem anymore. Even though she was missing at the resort of Rio Republica Hotel. It's not like she was missing somewhere else. She was missing at that resort. And you would think the resort don't want any bad press or anything. You would think they will do their investigation and follow up to find out what happened to her, what really happened to her. So anyone who don't know the whole situation, I just wanted to let you know the updates, not the updates, but what's been happening. So Sudiksha Konanki, 20 years old, college student, disappeared on March 6th after heading to the beach with Joshua Ria. Ria. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Rita, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. Several other people around them around like 4:15 a.m. according to surveillance footage. Now, Joshua was the last person to be with her and the last person to see her, and next you know it, she disappeared. Joshua just assumed that she went back to the hotel after they had like kind of like a little bit of a rendezvous in the water, according to Joshua, that they made out. There was a big tide in the ocean, and it swept them away. But Joshua was like a lifeguard, and then brought them back up. But he was sucked with some seawater and threw up, and next to know he passed out on the chair. And then the next morning he went back to his hotel. So I'm just giving you a little brief of it. And Joshua is 22 years old, a senior in St. Cloud State University of Minnesota, Idaho, and they didn't find him any. They didn't find him as a suspect. They just said that he was just a person of interest, and he's been following and cooperating with the authorities at the time when he was in Dominican Republic. And my thing is, even though he gave the statements, okay, he gave a statement in his transcript, his story was very inconsistent. His story did not match. His story was all over the place. Now, if he would have just been consistent of what he was telling the authorities, then maybe we all would believe him that he didn't have nothing to do with it and he don't know anything. But when he changed his story 3 times and not being consistent, then there's a problem. There's a problem. There's a problem with your story. Now, like I keep saying in my videos, he was pretty wasted, as you saw the footage of him throwing up when he was at the bar at the resort. You know, he was throwing up because he had a lot to drink. But then, when he came back, when they all came back from the bar, walking back to the hotel, he seemed like he was there. He was not completely drunk. But again, what happened at that beach? What really happened? We're going based on according to what Joshua told the authorities and then what's in that transcript. We don't know what really happened. We're going based on the word of a guy who couldn't even answer 8 simple questions to the authorities. He said that my attorney advised me not to answer those 8 questions, and they're very simple 8 questions. And then just to remind you guys what the 8 questions are, I'm going to read them to you. Question number 1: how can we verify that everything you said corresponds to the truth? My lawyer advised me not to answer that question. Question number 2: could you tell us what you told your friends Carter, Joseph, when he asks about the missing girl, Konanki, Sudiksha? Same response. My lawyers advised me not to answer that question. Question number 3: what do you think about Sudiksha disappearance? Same question. Excuse me, same answer. My attorney advised me not to answer that question. Did young Sudiksha knew how to swim or not? Same thing. Same question number 5. Do you remember if young Sudiksha made any gestures or cried while she was in sea? Now, simple questions to answer. And if you don't remember or you don't know, you just say, I don't remember, I don't recall. But by not answering these 8 questions, that makes me to believe he knows, more than he's saying and more than he's telling. And to me, that's a red flag. And for the authorities not to pick up on that, that's a problem, you guys. That's absolutely a problem. And for them not to put pressure on him at the time, why you're not answering these questions? Do you have something to hide? This is a 20-year-old student went missing, and you can't answer these questions. If he was in the United States, forget it. They would have pressed on him white on rice. They would have pressed on him big time to make him answer these questions or take a polygraph test or something. But he refused. He refused to answer these 8 questions. The next question: did you inform the authorities or the hotel what happened to you and the girl on the beach? He couldn't answer that. Now, if you knew that you had nothing to hide and then you answered the questions in your transcript, why you couldn't answer that question? You even told the authorities you guys went to the beach, you made out, you were swift in the current in the water. Why you couldn't answer that? And then why you didn't go to the front desk to let someone know, hey, I was with this girl. Did she make it to her room safe? None of that. So again, another red flag. Question number 7. Did you tell your friend what had happened with you and Sudiksha on the beach? Same response. My lawyer advised me not to answer that question. The last question, number 8. How do you feel about this situation? He didn't want to answer that. That's a simple question to ask. Like, how did you feel about her being disappeared, missing, gone? He couldn't answer that. And it's just, to me, it's just very upsetting. And it's just not right. It's just not right. I've been, having sleepless nights. I've been thinking about this girl nonstop. When I'm at work, when I'm home, and everyone is just, laying on their bed, on their pillow, sleeping like nothing never happened, like nothing didn't happen to this girl, like this girl did not go missing. And to me, that's very sad, very sad. This is a beautiful, bright girl, had her whole life ahead of her, had 2 parents that love her, 2 young siblings who will never know what happened to her older sister. And I'm speaking directly to Joshua and Sudiksha's friend as well. Speaking directly to you, okay? Look at her. This young, beautiful, vibrant girl who had her whole life ahead of her, a future. and you cannot even answer 8 simple questions, even though you cooperated with the authorities, you couldn't answer the question. Your statement was inconsistent. Like, how can you sleep at night each and every day, knowing this girl could be out there missing, sex trafficking, sodomized, even worse, and you can just lay in your bed at night, just sleep like nothing happened, like you can just go on your day with your life, and same with the friends too, not made a statement, not say anything. Yes, maybe the friends are scared. Maybe they heard so many comments about them saying that they shouldn't have left her, they shouldn't took her phone. You're going to get a lot of backlash. You really are. But if you really love her, and if that was truly your friend, your girl that you went on spring break with, why didn't you say anything? Why did you wait 12 hours to report her missing? Why you didn't check up on her in in the room to make sure she was there? And if she wasn't there, you could have went to the front desk and called the authorities. Listen, my girlfriend, she's not in her room. She went to the beach with this young fellow, and she didn't return back to her hotel room. But you waited 12 hours after your excursion to report her missing. That is mind-boggling to me. Absolutely mind-boggling. And then for them not to say anything afterwards, not make a statement, not say anything. I don't know if they said anything to their parents privately without having cameras about. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But just to, not even just to head this on straightforward and say something. Say your concerns that you're missing your friend, you're doing everything you can to find her. Nothing like that. And to me, that tells me that you're really not her friend, that you really didn't care about her. Maybe they had a beef. Maybe they had an issue with one another. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened in that hotel. I don't know what happened in the bar. I don't know. Maybe they had a falling out. I'm not 100% sure. But you better trust and believe any normal person who have good friends, and then one of their girlfriend is missing. A normal person would check up on their friend, make sure they're okay, make sure they're in their room, make sure they don't leave them by themselves with a random person that they met at the bar. It's just common sense. And then taking their phone away. Like, there's answers that people are are searching for. Excuse me. There's questions that people are searching for answers, and you're the person that was seen with her as well. Even though Joshua was the last person to be with her, but you were with her too. The friends, they were with her at the bar. They were with her at other places too. They could have noticed something, anything suspicious or weird, especially those two strange guys at the bar that kept looking at her and the friends, and then talking to them as well. And then that weirdo sniffing the cup, like the cup was been laced with something weird. But they didn't say anything. I don't know if they felt embarrassed, that they didn't want to say anything to the media, they didn't want to say anything to other people. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm saying this directly to the friends too. How can you sleep at night each and every day knowing that your friend is out there somewhere, probably fighting for her life, trying to get back to the States? Not, and she's probably knowing that her parents gave up on her, declare her dead. Her friends are not even saying anything to the media or trying to find ways to search for her. It's like, how do you sleep at night? How can you just move on and go on with your life and not think about her? Maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not in their head. I don't know what they're going through and their emotional state. I'm not 100% sure. But as someone outside looking in, it doesn't look good. It looks like you don't care. It looks like you just want to go on with your life. With the both of them, Joshua and her friends, like you pretend like nothing happened. Like this was like a bad dream and a bad nightmare. Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you move on, pretend it didn't happen, pretend this was like a nightmare. There's still a girl missing out there. Okay? So it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, or if you don't say anything at all, she's missing, needs to be found. There's unanswered questions that needs to be answered. Okay? The parents deserve that. Her young siblings deserve that. The whole world who's been talking about this, deserve answers. And the two people who can answer those questions is Joshua and Sudishi's friends. They can, but they chose not to. They chose to keep silent, thinking that this whole thing is going to go away. Well, I just want to be abundantly clear to the both of them, and this is not a threat. Let me make it very clear, okay? Listen to my words. These are not threats. You don't think karma is going to come back to you guys? Trust and believe. Karma is a real thing. You think you can just go on with your life, sleeping each and every day to your bed and your pillow like nothing didn't happen? Well, buckle up, buttercup. Because let me tell you something. Only 3 people know what really happened. Okay? Actually, 4. Number 1, God. Okay? He knows exactly what happened. Okay? And he will reveal the truth. Okay? Number 2, Sudishka. She knows because she was there. Number 3, Joshua. Number 4, Sudishka's friends. Okay? And also Joshua's friend Carter as well. But the most important thing, God, he knows. And he sees all, he hears all. Okay? Trust and believe. The truth will come out. And these people who were aware of this are going to reap what they sow. Okay? Because you can't just go on with your life thinking that this is going to blow over because no one's not talking about it in the media. The people in Dominican Republic, they are useless and clueless. They're not equipped to this thing. And I believe they were paid off because that's a corruption country. Okay? I don't care what anyone tells me. They got paid by the father 60K, maybe less, because you don't pay 60K for an attorney, that much money. Okay, half it was probably for the attorney and half it was for the authorities and the judge to make this go away. That's how it works when you're in a corrupt country. Give me something and then we let your son go. We make it go away. And that's what happened here. That's exactly what happened. Okay, that's what they're not talking about anymore. Because clearly, if they were not corrupt, if there was not paid off, they would have keep talking about it. They would have kept the story going, but they stopped because everything that I looked on the internet, everything has been like since March, and we're on May 1st, you guys. May 1st, 2 months since this girl been missing. 2 months and not an utter word of anything about her. No latest updates or anything. I'm appalled and I'm disgusted that they let this man go, Joshua. Okay. He should have just stayed in the Dominican Republic until they get more answers about what happened to her. But no, they let him go because they got paid. Okay, they got paid. Now, back to what I was saying. You think that you can just go on with your life, Joshua and her friends, and I can't pronounce none of the friends' names that were with her because I don't want to butcher the girls' names, but they know who they are. You know who you are. You know exactly what happened. You know exactly what transparent at that day, okay? And for you to stay silent and not say anything, trust and believe it will come back to you one way or another. You can't hide from it. You can't run from it. You can run from it from people, for me, for everyone else, but you can't hide it from God because He sees all, and He will bring justice for Sudiksha. Excuse me, I keep saying Sudiksha. Tsunaki. Her last name, Tsunaki. Sorry. He will bring justice for her. Okay? So you think that because you're not saying anything in social media, you're not giving your concerns or hoping that she will come back home or doing whatever you can to bring her home, God is going to bring her home. Okay? God is going to bring everything to the light. And there will be justice for each and every one of these people that were involved in this. The people in the hotel who knew. I believe they knew. I believe someone knows what happened, and they chose not to say anything. A lot of possible reasons. One, they're afraid. They don't want to say anything because they don't want any trouble. 2, they were paid off. And also, it's a corrupt country. Dominican Republic is a corrupt country, and also a lot of sex trafficking over there as well. And they don't want their money to stop. Okay? They don't want their money to stop. They don't want people stop coming over there, even though that hotel has bad reviews. A lot of people complain about that hotel, but they don't want that. So what they're doing is keeping their mouth shut and not saying anything. But my whole thing is just a mystery of her disappearance. We don't know where she's at. We don't know where she's being held against her will. We don't know if she's dead or alive. I truly believe that she's still alive somewhere. Again, being tortured, being drugged, probably being sex trafficking. I believe that until we find find the body, pardon me, then I believe in my heart that this girl is still alive somewhere, fighting for her life, thinking that everyone gave up on her, thinking that she lost hope because people stopped talking about her. And again, I don't blame the parents at all. The parents were misinformed by their authorities because their authorities told the parents that their daughter drowned. Even though the father thought in the beginning that she was probably taken for sex trafficking. But then the authorities all of a sudden put something in the parents' ear and said, no, we found a sandal at the beach, your daughter's beach cover on a beach chair. So she drowned with no body. Can you believe that? Took advantage of their parents' grief. Probably took advantage because they don't speak good English. I don't know. All I know is that 1 minute the father thought one thing, and now all of a sudden he's doing a press conference or whatever, and making a statement that they're declaring their daughter dead. Now, a lot of people are speculating maybe it's because of the insurance, because she had some type of life insurance. I would like to know how much was their life insurance. I believe that the authorities told their parents something, and then saying that Joshua has been cooperating. He made a statement. He actually went to the beach, and he pointed out their authorities where they were at the water, and then their parents believed him because what their authorities told the parents. But I want to know if the authorities told the parents that his statement was inconsistent, that he told three different stories. I would like to know if they told their parents that. Probably not, because I think the parents would have a different tune then. Then why did he change his story? Why he said one thing on one statement, another in another statement, and another one in another statement? I don't think that was told to the parents. That's just um, my theory. I don't think they told the parents that. I think they wanted to tell their parents what they wanted to hear, to shut it down, to have this case closed, even though they said that the case is still open, but to have the case closed with Joshua so he can go back to the States and live his life peacefully and quietly. Well, I just want to say this before I let you guys go. I hope Joshua don't sleep good at night. I really don't. As a Christian, I don't wish him any harm. I don't wish him any ill will, neither the friends either, but I hope none of them sleep good at night. I hope that they get haunted each and every day, knowing that they probably know something and they chose not to say anything. And to me, that is sad and pathetic. And I have to say, your life is not going to go well. And this is not a threat. I just want to make it very clear. I'm just saying what you do to others is going to come back to you tenfold. Don't think that you just, going to get away with it and thinking that things are going to go right in your life. Things are not going to go right in your life because God sees all and he hears all. And when you hurt one of his children, don't think that it's not going to come back to you, because it will. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Okay? So they're thinking that they're good. They don't have to worry about the press. They don't have to worry about being on social media because apparently her friends remove her pictures from social media, remove themselves. That's a little much, don't you think? And that's supposedly supposed to be your friend that you went on spring break with, and you just remove her from social media and everything. And like I said, were not her friends. There wasn't. They were not her friends at all. For them to do that, for them not to say anything, for them not to stick up for her and look for her and get answers. Who cares if you're embarrassed? Who cares what people say? Who cares? People are going to say things, okay? People are going to comment. It doesn't really matter. What matters is trying to bring your friend home to get answers. And it seems like they don't care. They just want to live their life like nothing never happened. But something did happen on March 6th. She went missing at the beach, nowhere to be found. And we deserve answers. The parents deserve answers. Her young siblings deserve answers. Make it right. Have a conscience, man. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for yourself. Do it for her that she's out there. Do it for the parents. Think about the young siblings, man. Just think about that. Do the right thing and tell the truth. Tell what you know. It's better than nothing. It's been 2 months, man. 2 months. And no one's, she's unaccounted for. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And I'm going to continue to pray for the parents, continue to pray for her that she comes back home safely, or we get some real answers here. It's just crazy. And it shouldn't be like that. Just do the right thing. And I'm speaking directly to Joshua and her and Sudishka's friend too. Do the right thing. Tell the truth. For your sake, please. That's all I have to say about that. Let me know what you think about this video. If you do like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about this whole situation, about the whole disappearance of Sudishka. And again, I'm going to continue praying. I'm going to continue fighting for her, fighting for justice, fighting for the truth. I will not stop. I will not rest. And that's it. That's all I have to say. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. And I will see you guys next time.